Hello everybody, this is pt.22 and welcome back to some more Miles Edgeworth Student Investigations. Turnabout, Ablaze. In the previous episode we had accused Kirkus Alba of being the mastermind behind this, and in order to further prove this, we need to look at the statue from Alabast. So, if you like what you see, leave a like down below, comment if you have anything to say. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and share with your friends so they can enjoy this for themselves. Let's keep going. Alright, we need to examine something. This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they look alike that he was picked out to be the Goodwill Ambassador. I suppose it's possible. Ah, it's the head. Take a look at this area around the base of his neck. It looks like a gap. Hey, you're right. Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret. Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in the construction. What? Hurry up and open it, Miles. Alright, here goes. Wow, he really did open up. Hey, what's this thing that fell out? I believe a more thorough examination of it is required. What's in the... Is this... Hey! Is this what I think it is? It's a plate for making counterfeit bills. Somehow, it appears that we've at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates, and the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabast to begin with. The primitive statue can only be handled by an ambassador or by the Secretariat, and the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from shi-na, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask II. Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask II and... then, in order to frame the Steel Samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai's sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba? You're the leader of the smuggling ring. My country is a mess. And it's all because of you! You're the one who killed the mask too? Answer us! I never thought that you would figure things out to this level. However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Cochin. Not so fast. Quit screwing around. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt on to a dead man. There's one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're a real ringleader, Kirkus Alba. It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang. Subjectivity? My conclusion isn't anything but, and it's the result of logic and investigation. Logic and investigation? Only seconds ago you were ready to arrest Mr. Von Karma. I don't think we can give such flip-floppity logic any real weight, do you? still don't get why I came back. Excuse me? You see, the real reason I came back is so that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck. From the very beginning, my real target has been you. What? Agent Lang? I demand an explanation. Sorry, sis. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning. You did? I knew this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the Ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around. Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Francisca of the murder. Using Francisca as the bait, you were able to gain us entry and investigative rights. Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I would have done. The ambassador would have given the okay to poke around. So that's what all this was about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth. Agent Lang, for giving me such a great opening. I thank you. You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor, that somehow, if we were able to find some proof by investigating in this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic. Oh! I'm sorry to get all giddy, it's just I'm finally glad that Agent Lang is warming up to Edgeworth. The evidence detectives collect, combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be in prosecutor-detective team, right? I know about all that. But one thing I do know is I'm itching to see the old man get what's coming to him. Quite scary when you want to be, aren't you? Hey, you were the one who was planning to use me to push all the guilt onto the sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me. Uh-oh. The music fades. Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what it is necessary to prove I am the head of the smuggling ring. Objection! Don't be such a sore loser. If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity. Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes... He knows it! He knows it! He's not gonna confess. It pisses me off so much. Then I would like to first see some of this thing called evidence. Ugh! I tell you, I knew nothing. Really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue. Objection! You swapped a real statue that vested in your country for the authority to rule for a fake. Does it make any sense that you didn't know anything? It doesn't make sense. Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense? Ugh! Ugh! He's really got us. He's turns the entire situations around against us. Proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof, then we can see that justice finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? Trump called in the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But they're illegal. The call is evidence from a different case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence. Needless to say, Von Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory, by any means necessary. The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do it outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time. I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of Yotarasu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? If what I want to pursue is the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? Which path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I must make by my own hand here and now. This is actually a trap, because it'll actually, you know what? I'll save and show what happens when we use the trump card. There is no limit to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law too crosses into new territory. For what reason were the laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. Ambassador Alba, I wonder if you might recognize this. I was wondering what that card is. I've never seen that before in my life. It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates. Was that what it is? This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Cochin. Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession? Because it was hand-delivered to me by a certain great thief, the Yotagarasu. The Yotagarasu gave you that to you. Don't talk nonsense and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that the card contains directions from the ringleader? I'll have you know that the card is not the only thing I was given. What? This contains the security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? The card in the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate. Oh, very interesting. I must admit I am now very curious. Very curious indeed in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you've presented. The prey the Yotagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring fruition to valiant spirit that was given to me. Wait, we actually used the card? I thought it was a trap. You know what? My curiosity is actually peaked now, so hold on. I'm gonna use that third save state, go back to the second save state. Let's see what happens. Because just in terms of continuality, or whatever you want to call it, I think they might both go to the same path. I don't remember. It's just the fact that in terms of continuing on to the second game, in terms of a storyline, Edgeworth kind of changes his tactics a little bit to go for the truth by a law and fair going by the law. So let's see what happens when we don't use the trump card. I'm a prosecutor, and I can't allow myself to use such evidence as these. Mr. Edgeworth, if you don't do something, Ambassador Alba's gonna get away with it. Ugh, I know, but... Objection! What are you holding back for? It's the only thing Von Karma should pursue as the perfect proof. If you really do have what it takes to complete our arguments, then there's absolutely no reason not to use it. Ugh! Not so fast! Langsy says, the reason people judge people is because people are people. People weren't born to be chained to the law. Laws are born to protect the people. You're the only one here right now who could put this guy out to pasture. And that is the only way a second or third generation of Zengfa's people will be born. Can you really still hesitate knowing the fate of the nation rests in your hands? There is no limit to the law. Any limit... Oh, okay. So, it doesn't give us a choice. Alright. I was mistaken. I'm sorry. Alright. Let's get back to, But that is an interesting little side bit there that I wanted to show. Anyway, let's continue on with the main case. So, what is this interesting that you want to show me? The trump card in the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together might make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Apologies. It's starting to skin up. Coffee. What you see here is security footage shot just before the KG8 murder incident occurred. From this footage, we know that the call is the directives called from the smuggling ring. This is the section that proves that the card was used to relay an order. This is the section that cards the proof. Oh! I just need to... You know what? I might just record another episode. Nonetheless, take that! Oh! Whoops. My bad. What? Okay. It's not what I want. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna wait this out. 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 Come on, come on, work with me here, please. Please, I don't want to lose all this footage. Yes. I don't want to... There it is, okay. Take that! As you can see, Mr. Cochin is holding the card in his right hand. I see. Killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are the same, does it now? Ah, but there is a very easy way for me to prove that they are in fact one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this. Whoop! Whoop. This dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card And you know what? Proof that the order was played on in his car. Were played on in the... Yeah, whatever. Just so you could read it. The bottom screen stuff is always tricky. This blood belonged to the victim of the KG8 incidents. With a bit of DNA testing, we can easily verify that as a fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. Whoop! This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Cadopian government car. What? Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage. This area of the footage directly links the smuggling ring with Cadopia. It does? I think it's a little too zoomed in, but alright. Huh? Take that. No, it won't, apparently. Third time. I'm probably gonna have to reset this after. It's a problem with emulators. It only works as well as your computer works, and my computer, it works fine, but it has its issues. I know I've been complaining about this for months, but do you know how expensive computers are? And how much time it's going to take to transfer all of this data from this computer to another computer? I don't think that's what I want to do, and I don't think... Well, I don't know if you would want me to go through that pain or not, because I don't know all of you correctly. Not correctly. Take that! Shape this pocket in the directives called in it. Tells us that without a doubt this person is in the car is Mr. Cochin. Ugh! The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera. And with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car that day 10 years ago. Ugh! Which is why I can say with the confidence that you were riding in this car on that day. Ugh! Blah, 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 blah. Here it is! Bam! You've done well, boy, to make it this far. However, about your claim that I was riding in the car at that time, that's going to be mighty difficult to prove. How so? The Principality of Cadopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist. Ugh, that arrogance. What he really means that is, he's already erased all traces of them. Are we finished here, boy? The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him. That spot on the window is bothering me, but I don't know if that actually means anything. Let's try it again. Take that! Okay, it does. What the? Ambassador Alba! Yes, what is it? You were once an alderman in the service of Cadopia, and it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, right? Why the sudden backhanded praises, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during an era of era, but now I am the only one who owns this particular medal. In that case, the only person it could be who was sitting in this car is you. How do you figure that? By the medal captured here in this footage. It's clearly the exact same medal as the one on your chest. What? This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen. Gah! You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth. Why is he talking in such an arrogant stance with me? It's almost looking possible, though, isn't it? For the lot of you have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time. You might lose the game this time. You don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador. Is that a fact? Is that a fact indeed? We're going to end it off here. So, in the next episode of Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Turnabout Ablaze, we're going to find out what Ambassador Alba's arrogance is all about. So, I will see you guys later.